Well, hello, everyone. This is Amber, your terrific Tuesday Million Dollar Messenger, calling you from the greater Phoenix area. And I am excited that I remember today was Tuesday and not Monday. I don't know if it's just me that whenever there's a holiday weekend, I always the week becomes a little bit distracted, right? Not distracted, but like I feel like I'm a tad bit off. So welcome to Tuesday, if you thought you were on Monday, but we are on Tuesday, and I'm excited to share with you something that was on my heart, and that is the person that you will become in 5 years. And I remember, I think it was Nikki McDaniel sharing so many years ago on our $1 Million Message where she said, a year from now, will your future self be glad you did what you did today? A year from now, will your future self be glad you did what you did today in your business and life in general? And this is your 5-year self. And your 5-year self from now depends on a few things. 7 main things that I personally think. Now, of course, I'm not the be-all, end-all, but this is Amber's personal things of what I think totally dictate and create life in the person you're becoming. So the first one, clearly, and your 5-year self depends on the books you read. Now, I remember when I was a brand new consultant, I was not much of a reader. I didn't enjoy reading. I typically would fall asleep when I read. And so it was something I didn't love to do because of, having a little ADHD. It can sometimes be a conflict of my attention span. And so, but I remember my national sales director, Inner Circle national sales director, I think she was executive senior national sales director when she retired. Emily McLaughlin was my senior national sales director when I came in, and really my Mary Kay. And I had grown up with her coming to my house and visiting my mom. And so in my life, she was more of a grandma figure. But when I heard her stand on stage and tell me that leaders are readers, she didn't ask me if I was somebody who enjoyed reading. She didn't ask me if I really was a reader type. She said, leaders are readers, that every leader is a person that will study and read. And so I thought, you know what? It wasn't a question of what I wanted in my life. I wanted her life. And if she said, in order to grow in my leadership, I needed to start learning how to adapt and how to implement reading into my life, then I would do it. And so today I try to pace 10 pages of a good book a day. Now, am I perfect? No, not at all. But it helps me get through about a book a month. And so that is that the books you read will absolutely dictate who you are in 5 years. The next thing, number 2, that will dictate who you become in 5 years and who you are in 5 years is the habits you build. The daily habits you build, your day in, day out, day over. Your habits are so crucially important because they are driving your life. If you think about a time when you've driven home and you didn't actually remember driving, that's called a habit. And so, but we have good habits, we have bad habits, and they're created, and they end up creating us. So if they can be created, that means you can create new habits to get different results in your life, to drive different activities and different things that you want to happen. So habits you build will absolutely determine who you are in 5 years. The third thing, this might not be everyone's fan favorite, but the foods you eat. The foods you eat absolutely dictate who you're becoming because your health is important. The older I get, the more I'm aware that how you take care of yourself is vitally important to who you're going to become in the next 5 years. Also, number 4, this could go hand in hand with number 3, the workouts you do, becoming stronger, becoming more flexible, becoming a better heart health person. No matter what the exercises you are, movement in your body is good. It is good. It leaves the joints. It keeps you young. The resistance training, the strength training is all necessary to live a healthy life. And it definitely determines who you'll be in 5 years. Number 5, the people you surround yourself with. Now, this is a no-brainer, absolute no-brainer. And most of you guys have heard this over and over and over again. The 5 people you surround yourself with, you will become like the medium of them in the next 5 years. And so be cautious. Do you want to trade your bank account with them? And if you do, fantastic. If you don't, then that is when you have to consciously, not subconsciously, consciously choose to start surrounding yourself with people that you want to become like, not like who you are like. And so that is vitally important. And number 6 is the money you invest. The money you invest today, that you choose to not live for instant gratification, but you start investing for your future, investing for a second home, a third home, a first home, whatever it is, the money you invest absolutely dictates who you will become in the next 5 years. And number 7, the sacrifices you make. It is so very true. I remember my mom being very clear on her goals for her family, her goals for her business, and her goals for her faith. And if it didn't align in that quarter with those 3 things, and the goals for those 3 things, then it was a no for a season. And it wasn't a no forever, but it was a no for a season. And I just figured out, okay, that's what happens when you're serious about growing your life and growing your business. You don't say yes to everything, and it has to align with your priorities for it to make a yes in your life. And no is just a complete sentence. It doesn't need every excuse or reason why you said no, but when you're clear, when you're crystal clear on where your goals are in the next 5 years, where you want to become, then it allows your yeses to be yes and your nos to be no. And so, but it absolutely dictates who you'll become in the next 5 years. So act accordingly, because your future self is watching you right now. And will your future self be grateful that you did the things you did today? So either way, hopefully this is a blessing for you today. This is Amber Geehan, your terrific Tuesday $1 Million Messenger signing off. Have an amazing Tuesday.